Hi guys, welcome back to Debbie's Collectible Dolls. Let me just shuffle along the floor. I'm here to do Theme Thursday and I thought I would make it, dropping the dummy here. Thought I would make it a changing video because my last one went pretty well. So yeah, just try it again. So I've got Emily with me as it's just one baby that I have this week because it's a bit disappointing for me really because I don't have any dinosaurs. That's not the disappointing part. The disappointing part is purple is my favourite colour, or one of. Purple and turquoise are my favourite colours. And I have nothing in purple except one item really. And so, well, it's just, I'm letting myself down. I'm just letting myself down. But anyway, it means there's just one baby this week for the one purple outfit that I do have. And I thought it's just one, I can do a changing video. So it's kind of a good and bad scenario, really. Sadly, just one baby, but also means you get a changing video. And oh gosh, look at that. It's starting to rain. It was sunny. And now it's raining. Honestly, if I leave the house, it starts to rain. If I do a video, it starts to rain, or at least goes cloudy. So if you live in the northeast of the UK and the weather goes bad, you know what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you what I'm changing her into. It's pretty straightforward over here. She's currently in this, it's a footless sleeper, but it's a very fancy sleeper. It is kind of purpley, but it's more of a pink. You know, when you can't decide between the two colours, it's a pinky purple. She's had this on a while, so I want to change her out of it, but it's really beautiful. It's one of my favourites. It's a very soft material, and then it's got frills going round and over the shoulders, and then 3 little buttons on it, and just on the chest here. And then it's got a headband that matches. Going to show you that headband in just a second, but I will show you what I'm putting on it first. My only purple outfit would be my cardigan from when I was a baby, which you've seen many times, as it is the only purple outfit. Let me see that you can see that. Little cardi. It's pink, purple and white, and this was knitted by my cousin's grandma, who I used to call Auntie Ethel. If she's watching, my cousin, she will know I'm talking about her gran. She knitted this for me when I was a baby. So I have this. Oh, my hands are so dry. I got a little purple dummy here that doesn't quite fit her properly, but it'll work. It's purple with a little Minnie the Mouse on the front. We have some lavender or lilac booties here that were knitted by my friend Jenna, I think, who's on YouTube here. And this little headband that came with this baby, which is purple and white roses. Really pretty. So I'm going to put them on over just a simple white onesie so it all kind of ties together. Now let me show you this headband. Yeah, there you go. Falls straight off. I have to fold it onto her because it's so huge. Look at that. Newborn size outfit. Newborn, possibly elephant size. It's huge. It's just huge. But there you go. Always happens, doesn't it? I can't believe how dark it's getting out there. Right, so I'm going to get this off her and put the other one on. Let's get over here. Oh, she's such a beautiful girl. This is a jade sculpt by Bountiful Baby. She's a jade realborn. Asleep, in case you haven't noticed. The only thing with doing these changing videos, I can never tell if I'm getting in here, and I don't want to be in here. Sorry, don't want to be in this video. I look like a wreck. I honestly do. I had the worst day yesterday. It was one of those, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong days yesterday. I shouldn't have left the house, but I had to. If I'd had the choice, I would not have gone out because it started bad and it kept just with that trend all day. I even cut my finger, which I'm hoping won't bleed on this outfit. I didn't get any sleep the night before. Well, I kind of did, but mostly didn't. I've talked about bouts of insomnia before, but this was different. This was a different situation altogether. I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep, but my head was fuzzing. It was a strange sensation of, have you ever had a fuzzy head and it kind of feels like there's ants crawling around inside your head? That's what it was like, and I was like that all night, not last night, the night before. Talking about how my day yesterday started. I couldn't get to sleep for this fuzzing in my head. I was just like electrical impulses going on inside my head all the time. And about 8 o'clock in the morning, I finally fell to sleep. And after 10 minutes or so, it would be about 10 minutes, my clock's literally, I've got a double bed and I have the alarm clock on the pillow next to me. So I could see the time. I've been asleep about 10 minutes. So I fell asleep at 8, 10 past 8, woke up, having had a horrible nightmare. A 10-minute horrible nightmare. And my first thought was, well, at least I got some sleep. And I feel quite sleepy now, so I might actually be able to get a couple more hours sleep. So I fell back to sleep and went straight back to the nightmare, continuing where I'd left off. 5 minutes later, woke up again. Couldn't believe I was going back to the same horrible nightmare. I fell asleep and went back to continue the nightmare, and this kept happening. I kept waking up every 5 minutes and then going back to the nightmare. It was like being trapped, to the point where when I woke up, I tried to stay awake. I tried to lay there awake because I didn't want to go back to this awful nightmare, but I kept going back. I kept falling asleep and going back to it, and that was the rest of the time I spent in bed, was going backwards and forwards between this nightmare. So that's how it started off. Then when I got up and went downstairs, I realised that the night before I had not taken my medication. Now, given what I just said, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, she was off her meds. No, it's migraine medication that I take every night, and I've been on it for so many years now that my body reacts very oddly if I don't take it, which was clearly what had happened. And normally I put it together when I get in bed and I start to feel that weird fizzing sensation. I normally think, did I take my meds? And I will go down and I will find them and I will take them, but for some reason didn't think of it. So I could have prevented all that suffering if I'd just got up and checked that I'd taken my medication, which I hadn't. It's getting so dark, my goodness. Can you still see things? You can see a head, can't you? So that's how it started. So I was a bit annoyed about that it had been preventable if I'd put 2 and 2 together, but I didn't. So I then I went to get the bin in, because the bin had been out for the bin men, and the way our path works, we go down the garden path, open the garden gate, and there's a gate that runs along across the bottom outside our garden gate. At the other side of the gate, there's the bottom of someone else's garden and their gate, and then you have to walk along the path to get onto the main street. So when you put your bin out, you take it out of your garden gate, you take it all the way along that path and then put it on at the edge of the street. So when I went to get my bin in, somebody had blocked the path off with a load of rubbish and I could not get my bin in. But trying to get out of my gate in the first place was a nightmare, because the bolt on our gate had just, I don't know what it had done, but it wasn't opening. So that's how I ended up cutting my finger, sliced my finger up trying to get out of the gate. And then I couldn't even get the bin in anywhere because some inconsiderate neighbour had just dumped all of their rubbish outside of the gate. I don't know what had happened, that the bin men hadn't emptied their bin and they just decided, I'll just pull it and plonk it on the path, not considering the people who live further along the path who have no other way to get their bin in. Nice neighbourly folks. So that happened. Then I left the house to do the shopping, and the hailstone started, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's about to happen now. Yes, we had hailstone in May. We had snow the previous day. It was snowing, because I went out up to the local cemetery and I got snow on me, genuine snow. But yesterday, hailstones. And then finally last night at the end of the day, I had what my doctor has told me is a type of panic attack, which doesn't surprise me given the fact that I was off my medication that day, and the fact that I'd had the day that I'd had. It's a weird thing. See, I've had what you would think of as panic attacks before, notably when I went to the dentist and I was sitting in the waiting room. I have a phobia of the dentist, so it's not surprising. I had a bit of a, what is all this stringage? You got stringage on the back of your headband. I had a classic panic attack in my dentist surgery where I started to shake and cry and hyperventilate, full on panic attack. But what I had last night that the doctor says is a type of panic attack. How am I doing for time? I'm okay, I'm quick now. It's weird. It's just the weirdest thing, and I wouldn't have thought of it as a panic attack because I don't think it's triggered by being panicked, but panic ensues once I feel this way. And it's, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like being in a dream. Oh, my neighbour's dog's going nuts. I feel like I'm in a dream world, and it affects my vision. So where you're normally looking at things in 3D, we're in a 3-dimensional world, everything goes 2D. So I feel like I'm in a photograph and everything's kind of closing in. I know they say that with a panic attack, everything closes in, but what I didn't realise is everything went 2D. So it's all 2D, and I'm convinced that I'm in this flat world, and I'm convinced I'm dreaming. And I have to keep telling myself, nope, not a dream, not a dream. But I have this overwhelming desire to do something like jump down the stairs because I'm convinced I'm not going to die. And I can't think straight. I just cannot think. And it's just this horrible, surreal feeling. And my mum had already gone to bed, and I had to drag her downstairs, and I said, Mum, I need to go to bed, but I need to do my nightly routine. Will you please make sure I do my nightly routine? Like, take my tablets, take the dog out, because I'm likely to just go doing something stupid, either from thinking I'm dreaming and this isn't real, or because I can't think straight. So my mum had to come downstairs in a nightie and just sit there and watch me do everything I need to do before I came up to bed early. And the last thing I did was take the dog out into the garden, and the cool air seemed to kind of snap me out of a little bit. But that was my day yesterday. Everything was just messed up. And then last night I went obviously to bed early because of the attack I was having, and slept pretty well and had a really fun dream. So you just never know. Good news, I have got my vaccine booked for this week, next week, Wednesday. So I will have my second jab. So that's going to be a weight off. And here she is in her purpley thing. Look at that lighting's just awful right now. I think I better go because this video is running long. But there we are. She's in my cardigan from when I was a baby with the booties and the hairband. I'm going to go before this video runs so long that I'll not be able to upload it. Okay, guys, take care, and I'll speak to y'all very, very soon. Bye-bye.